Hi everyone, my name is Ramesh, 21951 804 F0 of branch ECB section. In this presentation, I am going to talk about D flip flop with digital diagram, with logic diagram, understanding the basics. Introduction. What is a flip flop? A flip flop it is a type of bistable circuit used for storing a single bit, that is 0 or 1. Basic building block of sequential circuits, can change output at specific moments based on clock inputs. So, what are the types of flip flops? The common types of flip flops are SR flip flop, that is set and reset, JK flip flop, T flip flop, and D flip flop. So, we have D flip flop. Focus on the presentation. So, what is a D flip flop? D flip flop overview, also called data or delay flip flop. One data input, that is D, stores the value of D on the clock edge. Edge triggered. Output changes on a specific clock edge, that is positive or negative edge. The symbol and block diagram. So D flip flop symbol, it is a rectangular type of symbol with input D and clock, and outputs are Q and Q dash. This is a basic diagram. This is a block diagram of D flip flop. D is the input, C is the clock, Q is the output, Q dash is the also output. And block diagram, simple block diagram representation which includes D, clock, and outputs, that is Q and Q dash. The truth table for D flip flop. D flip flop truth table, when input is 0 and the output is 0 on clock pulse, when input is 1 and output also 1 on clock pulse. Q follows D at the clock edge, output remains until the next clock pulse. So D input is 0, then output is 0, and the Q dash is 1. It is a complement. When input is 1, output is output Q is 1, and complement of Q is 0. So working on data flip flop or delay flip flop. So how D flip flop works? When the clock signal goes through high, that is positive edge triggered, the value of D is transferred to the output Q. If the clock is low, the output remains unchanged. Post provides synchronization in circuits. Edge triggering in D flip flop. Types of triggering. We have two types of triggering, that is positive edge triggered and negative edge triggered. The positive edge triggered, output changes when the clock goes from low to high. When in negative trigger edge triggered, output changes when the clock goes from high to low. Edge triggering is what makes the D flip flop ideal for sequential circuits. So D flip flop circuits using NAND gates. So logic diagram, a simple logic circuit using NAND gates. These are the four NAND gates and one NOT gate. Label D as it is a input signals, clock C as a clock, and outputs are Q and Q dash. So indicates the circuit operates based on D and clock. So the output is given to the first NAND gate, and clock is given to second NAND gate, and the NOT gate is given to the uh, second NAND gate, which goes to the other two NAND gates. From that we will get the input outputs Q and Q dash. So applications of D flip flop. The common applications are data storage in registers used in shift registers and counters, form latches and memory elements, forms latches and memory elements, synchronize data transfer between data different parts of a system. So advantages of D flip flop. So why use D flip flop? So because simple and reliable design, single data input reduces complexity, easy to integrate in sequential circuits, helps in removing timing hazards. So in comparison with other flip flops, so D flip flop versus other flip flop. SR set reset flip flop. So D removes the invalid state in compared to SR flip flop. So JK flip flop, simpler design, only one input. So and T flip flop, that is time flip flop. So D flip flop can be used to implement T flip flop also by connecting input to the output. Used in edge trigger circuits. So why D flip flop is ideal for edge trigger circuits? Due to synchronous operation, no glitches in outputs, stability during clock transitions. So and conclusion. So recap of D flip flops concepts. It is simple and effective in storing data. Edge trigger operations provides reliable timing, crucial for memory elements in digital systems, widely used in registers, counters, and storage devices. Thank you.